What's up, everybody? Before I get started, I'm going to try something new here today, so please leave that subscribe button and comment if you would like to see more of these. So today I'm going to be doing a Jeopardy of Disney movies. I have four categories: Disney movie, or I just say a Jeopardy of movies, not Disney movies. I don't know what I just said, but I'm going to do a Jeopardy of movies. My categories, I have four categories. Each category has 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. We got Disney movies, Oscars, box office, and musicals. I forgot to hit screen record, so let me go ahead and record that so y'all can see everything. All right. So here are the rules of the game. First of all, keep your own score and comment your score at the end. I would love to see what everybody's score would be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the hundreds first, then the 200s, and 300s, 400s, and 500s. I'm going to read the whole question. Once I read the question, there's going to be a 5-second pause. Then I'll reveal the answer, and then just keep going on and on. And then at the end, like I said, comment your score to see what you got. First up, we have Disney movies for 100. The question is, what was the first Disney movie ever made? What was the first Disney movie ever made? And the answer is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Came out in 1937. Was actually the first feature-length animated movie, which was pretty cool. All right, how do I do this? All right, next up is Oscars for 100. First question, Leonardo DiCaprio won the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in which film? This was a pretty good movie. And I feel like, this kind of a hint, he did not win an award for so long, and he finally won one, and it was for The Revenant that came out, was it 2015 maybe? It came out, great movie, definitely recommend to watch it. Next up, we have Box Office for 100. The question is, what is the highest grossing movie of all time? This is not adjusted for inflation. It would be a totally different answer, and that might be a question coming up later. So for the $100 question, what is the highest grossing box office movie of all time? And the answer is Avatar from 2009 with $2.9 billion. This is with a couple of re-releases as well recently. I think the second is like Endgame, and it has 2.7 billion. I think Disney owns a lot of them. All right, so last question for the $100 round, we have musicals. And the one is, in which musical would you hear the words "all that jazz"? Which musical would you hear the words "all that jazz"? And the answer is Chicago. Let me know down in the comments how you did on the first round. Did you get all four of them right? Or not? Let me know in the comments. Next up, we have Disney movies going down to the 200 level. First question is, how many years was the genie stuck in Aladdin's lamp? How many years was the genie stuck in Aladdin's lamp? Honestly, if I didn't make this quiz, this would be one of those I would totally have forgotten about. But let's go ahead and give you the answer. 10,000 years. And honestly, I don't even know if these go from easy to hard. That's just kind of how I found the questions and stuff. So 10,000 years on that one. Next up, we're going to have Oscars for 200. Question: in what year was the first Academy Awards ceremony? This would have been fun to go to. I'm pretty sure I read online somewhere too that it only lasted like 20 minutes, which is crazy because now it's like a 3-hour event. And you have the pre-show, the show, the after show. Answer is 1929. 1929 was the first Academy Awards. Next up, box office for 200. Oh, I told you this was coming up. What is the highest grossing movie of all time adjusted for inflation? So this is all the movies of all time. What movie made the most money adjusted for that inflation? The answer is Gone with the Wind. I forgot what the total figure was, but I'm pretty sure it's in 3 billion somewhere. They've had a lot of re-releases. Movie tickets were super cheap back then, so if you look at the not adjusted for inflation, it's still honestly pretty high for that time, but adjusted for inflation, it's ridiculous. And honestly, I've not seen that movie either. Last up for the 200, so we got musicals. In the Mamma Mia musical, the Mamma Mia musical is based around the music of which band? Mamma Mia musical is based around the music of which band? This movie definitely is, I don't know how I feel about this movie. It's okay. I think I like the second one better just because Meryl Streep wasn't in it. I don't like Meryl Streep for some reason. But the answer is ABBA. Let me know also how you did in the 200s. Were you 4 for 4 on 200? Next up, we got 300s. This is another Disney movie for 300. We have what is the name of Donald Duck's nephews? What is the name of Donald Duck's nephews' names? Wow, I typed it wrong. What is the name of Donald? What are Donald Duck's nephews' names? Is what I'm trying to say. There are three of them, so I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think of the three. And the answer is Huey, Louie, and Dewey. Honestly, I think I actually might have got that one right. Next up, Oscars for 300. Oscars. What movie did Jack Nicholson win his first Oscar for? It might be behind me as well, honestly. Answer is it's not over. It's over there. It's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I wrote the questions and I still would have said The Shining. I don't know why. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest I thought was way better than The Shining. Anyway, this movie was really good. I enjoyed this one, and I'm not a huge Jack Nicholson fan. Next up, we got box office for 300. What was the first animated movie to gross over $1 million? What was the first animated movie to gross over not 1 million, good gosh, I'm an idiot, $1 billion? And the answer is Toy Story 3. This one came out in 2010. I do believe Frozen might be the highest grossing of all time at like 1.4, but honestly, Inside Out 2 might beat it. Inside Out 2 has been out for like, I think over a month now, or about a month, and is already at 1.3 billion. All right, last up on the 300s, we got musicals. For the 300 musical question, it is Walk the Line is a film based on the life of what singer? This movie I was excited to watch because Joaquin Phoenix was in it, but it just ran way too long. I lost my interest about halfway through, but yeah. And the answer is Johnny Cash. Let me also know down in the comments that for the 300 level, did you get 4 out of 4? We got 2 more levels left. First up on Disney movies for 400. We got how many brothers does Prince Hans from Frozen have? So the Prince Hans from Frozen, the bad guy, how many brothers does he have? The answer is 12. I would go absolutely insane if I had 12 brothers. I have 1 and I'm already going insane. Just kidding. But yep, that's 12. Oscars for 400. How many Oscars did The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King win? This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I have a Lord of the Rings poster over there signed by 3 of the cast members. Fellowship's probably my favorite, but this movie trilogy is just the best trilogy of all time. And it won 11 Oscars at the Oscar night. It pretty much, I think it swept all the categories it was nominated for. Next up, we have box office for 400. Let's go ahead and see what that is. What is the highest grossing movie of the year 1994? I honestly already forgot what the answer was, but this 1994 was a year of great movies. Lion King, Shawshank Redemption, Jurassic Park. Clerks came out that year. That one didn't win, but this was one of the best years of movies ever. And the answer is The Lion King, right there. Let me know if you got that one right. All right, so last up for 400s, we got musicals. Whoops, not searching. Which Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber musical opened in 1978? I guess this isn't really much of a movie question. It's more of a musical just on stage, which I guess doesn't really go with the theme, but whatever, we're doing it. Which Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber musical opened in 1978? Andrew Lloyd Webber is one of my favorite of all time. And it is Evita, which is not one of my favorite of all time. I liked one song, Don't Cry For Me Argentina, but the rest of the movie, I didn't like it. On to the last round. This is where you can catch up on your points if your friend is beating you right now. For 500 on Disney movies, what is Boo's real name from Monsters, Inc.? I honestly did not know this one when I looked it up. Actually, I might have known it. I probably could have guessed if you gave me multiple choice. But the answer is Mary. Her name is Mary. I need to rewatch that. I haven't seen it in forever. Oscars, not Oscar Mayer Wiener and not Oscar from The Office. So we got Oscars from the Oscars. Number 500 points. We got who holds the record for the most Oscars won? Who has won the most Oscars? One of my favorite people of all time. We got Walt Disney, and he has won 26. I don't really know who has came close in that. who has come close to that, but that's a lot of Oscars. Two more questions coming up. 500 for box office. We got, what is the highest grossing R-rated movie? This one I do own as well. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. I did see this in theaters. If you give that a hint, I was born in 1994, so any year after that. Highest grossing R-rated movie is The Joker, with Joker 2 coming out, coup de grace, I don't know what it's called, in October. I'm pumped for it. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. And the last question, why does it keep doing that? What is the oldest musical movie? So what movie or what musical was the first ever? What was the first ever musical made? Basically, is what I'm trying to ask here. I can't talk for some reason, but the oldest movie or musical movie is The Jazz Singer. Came out in 1927, the year before Mickey Mouse was invented. Honestly, never heard of it. I thought it was a pretty cool thing to know, though. Feels like one I need to see now that it is out, or now that I know it. But yeah, that is my Jeopardy for movies, the Disney movies, Oscar, box office, musicals. Please let me know down in the comments. Is this something you want more of? Please also let me know what your score is. I would love to know your scores, and give me some more categories that you would like in these. I mean, I got Disney, Oscars, box office, musicals. Let me know what other categories you would like to see, if you would like to see a part 2. And if you do like it, hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, and comment. That's it. Peace.